Elden Ring Tarnished Edition is here, and it holds even more new content than we thought. There's a total of 7 new weapons, 2 of them being very cool somber weapons, 4 new armor sets, and 3 new torrent skins. My goal is that by the end of this video, you'll know where to get every new item and have a few build ideas for how to get the most out of the new gear. The Tarnished pack is available on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation now. Be sure to pick it up to give these new weapons a try. And thank you to Bandai Namco for partnering up with me to make this video. To start, there's a few obvious simple items to go over on the 2 brand new starting classes. The Idis Knight starts with the silver grooved armor, silver grooved shield, and a light greatsword that has not previously been available before the DLC. On the next starting class, we've got the steel armor set and the hefty scimitar. This class, the Heavy Knight, has a really good stat spread and honestly might take over Samurai's role as the best default starting class. That's why I'm starting Heavy Knight, and let's begin to explore this new curved greatsword. Let's get it started. So, we've got a new curved greatsword that we spawn in with here. Now, I did run some numbers on this thing, tried to figure out what it is and why it is and how to optimize it. It's truthfully nothing crazy. It's more quality scaling than strength or dex, but it's not a top performer under like any stat spread. It's a starting weapon, so like that's kind of what you would expect, right? But nonetheless, you do get to start with a curved greatsword, which is kind of a underrepresented class of weapon, so I think it's kind of cool. Part of the reason for this playthrough is that we're gonna be showing you where all of the new things are, how to get them, and also show you what they're good at and what they do, and how I think you should build them. How I think you can get the most value out of them. So Heavy Knight does start off, believe it or not, heavy. So I'm gonna take my chest piece off to get that nice medium load. But we'll go do curved greatsword on Margit. Little standard playthrough +0 starting weapon, curved greatsword on Margit. There's nothing super notable about this greatsword. Like I said, it's just a curved greatsword starting class weapon. The performance on the Switch, I did a little bit of recording with Tanner earlier today, and it's good. Like it doesn't really hitch. It plays at a nice solid frame rate. It's certainly, it doesn't look as good as this, and it's not as high a frame rate as this. But my PC's thousands of dollars, and the Switch is a Switch, you know? But here's a curved greatsword for you. As with most curved greatswords, I think the R1 chain is the strongest move on curved greatswords. I don't really love their charged heavies. They're okay, but I don't love them. I much prefer going for R1s. And yeah, like it's got the Bloodhound's Fang moveset. It's got, I'm not even sure curved greatswords have multiple movesets. I think they might all have the same moveset. But this is the typical default curved greatsword moveset for sure. Spawns in with Spinning Slash, which is a nice and solid Ash of War, but nothing super crazy about it. I feel like curved greatswords. That hurt. That hurt too. I feel like curved greatswords land in this kind of awkward middle ground where they're not super fast, but their charge attacks aren't great. So choosing between multi-hit and charge attack builds is tough. So we're gonna go off to get one of the other brand new weapons added to Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. One of the ones that we did not yet know about. So we are over here at Fort Faroth, over in Caelid, and this newly added weapon that I want to show you first, the first of several, is up on top of this little like skull type thing. It's not really a skull, but this is the map location. And this is the item. And as you can see, it is a great katana. In the base game. Great katanas are super good. They're very strong. So having access to them early is kind of a big deal. And then in addition to that, it means that if you want to run your own like great katanas only playthrough, you don't have to cheat anymore in order to properly do it. And obviously same can be said about like great swords. Since that's been added on the starting class. And a little bit of a spoiler here for what's about to come in the future of this video. Same can be said about curved or backhand blades now. Because there is a backhand blade available early in the game without the need to kill anything. But since we're low level and it's early right now, and I'm over here by Fort Faroth anyway, I'm gonna go through and grab my Radigan Soar Seal, and that'll give us a nice amount of stats to continue forward with. We can talk a little bit about what kind of builds I feel like are good for great katanas. I actually am a huge fan of the cold attunement on great katanas. Really big fan of it. Because cold scales pretty well with dex, actually, believe it or not. And so weapons that favor dex already and benefit from having a status like cold, which is everything, actually feel pretty good with cold attunement. So on great katanas, I like cold, I like keen, I like lightning, because they all are fans of dex. So for this early game great katana, which is not something we've ever really had to deal with before. I actually really like the idea of moving towards the glintstone wet blade. I feel like that's actually going to be a super key part of building this weapon early. God, it's gorgeous, dude. This weapon's so nice. Great katanas in general, man. They're just so good. Nice. Another bleed, dude. All right. Nice and clean Godric fight. I mean, obviously, it's not going to come as a shock to anybody. Great katanas are super good. And of course, we've seen great katanas early due to like randomizers and stuff like this. But this is entirely vanilla now. This is entirely vanilla now. And it's kind of a big deal. Despite the fact that it's a like somewhat generic smithing weapon, it's kind of a big deal. But with Godric dead, I get to show you guys something. I get to show you guys something new. You ready? So, right after killing Godric and going through this door at the end here, you guys may know that there's been this room off to the right-hand side over here that never had anything, and it kind of just felt awkward and empty. Guess what? It's not empty anymore, boys. It's got a Tree Sentinel Torrent skin hanging out in there. So you can deck out your Torrent now. It doesn't have any sort of like gameplay benefits, but it looks nice and it's cool. So as you can see, you can change Spectral Steed's appearance now. Let's go for that. I'm gonna level a little bit of dex and health here, and there's my Torrent. There's my Torrent. Ain't that pretty? Makes the Tree Sentinel noises, too. with that done, I'm going to be making my way towards Rhea Lucaria right now. But there is something else notably important in Liurnia here. We've got another new weapon coming up. It's not going to be one that I'm going to focus on at the exact moment, but right here, brand new item, Idis Sword. So this is a starting class weapon. This is the starting class weapon of the Idis Knight, which is why it's not super important because you can just get it as a starting class weapon. But if you don't start as Idis Knight, right here in Laskier Ruins is where you pick that item up from. But anyways, here's the Red Wolf. He's the guarder of the Glintstone Whetblade. He's the guarder of our cold attunement. Which is going to be the first like key build around piece for our great katana here. Nice. Very nice. Thank God that didn't hit. I was about to miss my rare Red Wolf of Radagon riposte. Okay. So, Red Wolf dead. Glintstone Whetblade unlocked. I've been trying to think about like what kind of Ash War I like the best, and honestly, I think... Ow. I think you've got valid options in attack Ashes of War, like Lion's Claw. Something that would be like good to use as an actual attack. But if you're not going for that and you're going for a buff Ash of War, I can't think of much that makes a ton of sense. Oh, that's my Ash or runes. That's all I needed. I can't think of much that makes a ton of sense other than Cragblade. I think, you know, if I'm trying to optimize this weapon right here, I'm going to want the Ash of War that gives me 10% extra damage and that increases the stance damage of my already somewhat powerful stance damaging light attacks. I could also see Chilling Mist or eventually a Keen attuned Cragblade. Keen or quality attuned Cragblade. I could see all of those things making sense. But also a little later, like way later on, with the help of Rolana's cameo, I could even see something like Overhead Stance also being pretty nice. But for the moment, what I like the look of here is Cragblade Cold Attunement, which I should go get my Whetstone Knife for. There is some new stuff over here. The Bellum Merchant is selling a few Tarnished Edition items. So, here we go. Bellum Merchant selling the Idis Knight starting shield and armor. So this is where you can get the silver grooved helm, armor, gauntlets, greaves, and shield. All available at this merchant. Over here at Bellum. Now, let's go head ourselves into this tunnel, because we need to get our Smithing Stone Bell Bearing 1. Beautiful. Alright, need 10 of those. And 12 of those. So, yeah, let's take this +6, maybe +7. Nice. Okay, and then, like I said, let's take a look at this cold scaling. So you see how the dex says white D, right arrow, blue D? That means that the dex scaling value is actually increasing. It's going up with the addition of this attunement, as opposed to going down. The letters are just categories. They're not like the scaling values themselves. So that means that cold actually has better dex scaling than the standard attunement does. Now that we're starting to get this set up, we are gonna make our way on over to DTS. So we need to get Dectus Medallion. All right. So we're going to pick up the charged attack stuff. And I am thinking about it. I'm thinking about the new weapons available. And truthfully, I'm not sure you build any of them into charged attacks. But I will pick up the items anyway, because it could be an option on a few of them. And now we can make our way up towards DTS. Yeah, and there goes the frost. And that's why I kind of... There goes the bleed, too. That's why I kind of didn't want to go... And +7, by the way. Like, listen, Gillica isn't exactly the pinnacle of difficulty, but, like... This weapon's +7, you know? Like, this is not a high-level weapon. And that's, like, what just happened there is the reason why I feel like I like Cragblade better here. Because you just get the frostbite and the debuff that comes with the frostbite too quick to feel like you need to have faster buildup. Because Chilling Mist would do it faster. But what's the point in getting that frostbite 2 hits faster if I could have a 10% damage buff the entire time, you know? Alright, Altus also gives us access to Smithing 12. Okay, there's our access to Smithing 12 now. And you know, now that I'm also thinking about it, I am going to grab Dext here because there's, like... There's quite a few weapons that really are just focused on Dex, or are mainly Dex. All right. So there's +12 Great Katana. All right, let's light this, and then coming up here very shortly is going to be the second of 3 Torrent skins. And it's hanging out right here. Brand new item sitting right on this pole. And it's going to be the Knight's Cav Torrent skin. Funereal Knight. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, it's nice and edgy. Look at that. Ooh. Nice, dude. Let's drink up our physic. Let me slam on this Cragblade. Okay, let's see how our +12's doing at this point. Honestly, I expect it to be pretty good. Wow. Wow, already phase transition. And there's the bleed. Yeah, dude. Whoops. I mean, shit, dude. It does look pretty good. I know it's not shocking to anybody that's played Rando and has gotten a Great Katana early, but you can do this in vanilla now. I feel like Great Katanas, I like, of course everybody knows they're pretty good, but Great Katanas are really good. Like, Great Katanas are great. Okay, let's go 20 Vig. All right, and then let's crank Dex all the way up to 30. We're at 45 with Physic and Radigan Soreseal. All right, and now we're on to Radon Festival, where we're going to be finding our next weapon that we're going to be paying a good amount of attention to. And as You might notice over here in the corner, we've got a new little NPC. Maybe you don't know he's new, because truthfully, I never pay attention to these guys, but this guy is new. His name is Leontiel. Obviously, a bit of an asset rip from Lucatiel from Dark Souls 2. But he's a new summon and a new member of the Radon Festival. And, well, we can get his weapon and his armor. And it's very cool. It's very, very cool. We'll get it here in just a second. We gotta beat Radon first, okay? Physic. I need to put on Cragblade. Let me go Cragblade. He's probably gonna go for his big move. Alright, he didn't. That's okay. We don't actually need him to. Because as you can see, we're already slamming damage. There goes our Frostbite. Okay, here comes the scripted slam. Bleed? Can I one-phase this with a plus 12? Not quite. I will show you guys the new Leontiel summon. One of his summon signs, I don't know if there's multiple, can be found up here. And there he is. Knight Leontiel with what looks like the Hollow Slayer's greatsword. On his way to go fight Radon. Good job, Leontiel. Worked hard. Worked very hard. So once you beat Radon, if you just head north inside this arena, over towards Wardead Catacombs, you'll find a Leontiel invasion. He's one of the 2 new NPC invaders, and upon defeating him, he drops all his gear. So he drops 1 of the 4 armor sets, 2 of the armor sets being starting class armor sets. This is 1 of the other 2 in the game. And he drops 1 of the 2 somber weapons that got added in Tarnished Edition. And it's such a cool weapon, dude. It's such a cool weapon. Okay, Knight Leontiel. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing, buddy. Whoops. What? Okay, gentlemen. You just saw the cool part about... You're seeing the Ash of War of his weapon right now. The Matador. It's really cool. It's so cool. Okay, here we go. Leontiel's greatsword, hat, armor, gloves, and boots. Let's slap them on. There's not like any special effects of this armor set, but it does look cool. The more important part is Leontiel's greatsword here, with a C dex scaling at +0, okay? And then if we read into it, you can read this skill. Hold out a red cloth in front of you, inviting enemies to attack. Use normal or strong attacks to gracefully dodge incoming strikes, then pivot to offense. Can be charged to increase power of strong attack. Also, additional input allows for a follow-up attack. So, you hold L2, and if you press R1, you dodge to the left. If you press R2, you dodge to the right. And these attacks have iframes. I don't know how many iframes, but they have iframes. And then with the R2, you can even hold it to get a really long charge attack animation. And then on top of all that, there is also a follow-up animation that looks like that to each of the 2 attacks. I believe it should work with both Ralana's cameo and Godfrey's icon, which are 2 of the largest skill buffing talismans in the game, and they don't work on anything. They don't work together on anything else. But I believe, and I'm going to test it in this playthrough, I believe they're going to work, both going to work on this weapon, which is kind of, it would be kind of crazy. But let's see. Let's see. Let's make our way, let's make our way towards gold free. All right. Let's grab this grace. Oh, hold on. Dude, it's so slick, man. Like, dude, you can't farm aura like that, man. Dude, so sick. So sick. Oh, still hit me there. It probably doesn't have as many iframes as a dodge, but it's so cool. And the R2 really moves you. So you can also space things with it. And this does have the secondary greatsword moveset. Like the I believe this is the bastard sword move. Well, maybe it's not bastard sword moveset, but it, whoops, didn't mean to do that. This is the moveset that Inseparable Sword has. There's the really shitty greatsword moveset that Death's Poker has. This isn't that one. And then there's the standard moveset that's on most greatswords. It's also not that one. This is the unique, like, third greatsword moveset. But, okay, very cool so far. Very cool so far. I'm happy with what's going on. Let's go get Godfrey's icon. Let's drink up here and let's give this a try. $9.24. Dude, the aura is crazy. Oh! Dude! Oh, that's holy. It seems like it does a ton of poise damage too. I mean, granted, I was doing the charged R2 attacks, weapon arts, but it seems like it does a ton. Oh! 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 Alright, shouldn't have charged that one. Still so cool, bro. Okay, okay, okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep it moving. Okay, I did get hit by that one. Oh! 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 Butthole bandit! Holy! I didn't even want to do that. Oh, it comes out so quick! Oh, dude. Like, you can press it and get into it so quick. Oh! Oh! Ready? Ready? Whoop! See you later. Oh! Oh my god, dude. I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun with this thing. So, gentlemen, there is another weapon that I do wanna show off. There's actually a couple more, but there's one specifically around this area. It involves, you gotta do Gold Mask's quest line. So, we're gonna go talk to Corin. And we're gonna go through Gold Mask's quest line here. So we need to get him to move to Altis, and then tell him where Gold Mask is, and then do all of the normal Gold Mask questline steps. This is important. This is important, boys. You can lock yourself out of Gold Mask's questline. If you kill Malekith, you're locked out. And if you light the forge after Fire Giant before getting Corin out of Round Table, you've also locked yourself out, okay? So this is something that you want to do. This is something that you want to go for around the time when you get to Altis. Nice and simple. You got to go interact with him once. Okay. Then once you interact with him once, you can head back over to Corin. So we're going to tell him where the Gold Mask is. Okay. And now he's going to make his way over there. And we're going to go back over to this teleporter and talk to Corin and Gold Mask over by standing over here. So we can talk to Corin. Okay, and I believe he's learned more incants now. But we're gonna exhaust his dialogue. Truthfully, I don't know if you actually need to exhaust his dialogue, but that should guarantee that they relocate now. Gold Mask and Corin should now show up in Lanedell. Once you have access to Lanedell, they should be up on this cliffside over here. And since I don't see their marker over there anymore, I'm pretty sure that does mean that they did successfully relocate. None of this is new, like, questline stuff, by the way. This is already all existing questline. However, there is something new at the end of it. This new NPC invader is available at the end of it. Okay, so now they're all stumped. All right, we're gonna give them a prayer book. Okay, and then we can see 37 int. God, that's so much int. Now we're gonna have a huge intelligence problem here, gentlemen. I hate to say it. We're stupid as shit. So I guess that means we probably need to go kill Renala. Because obviously I'm doing a playthrough where we're using all sorts of different kinds of stuff. So I'm going to need respecs anyway. But in order to gain access to this new invader, you're going to need 37 int. And then the weapon that comes from this is not an int weapon. So you're probably going to want to respec if you go to get this yourself as well. Surely we won phase. Oh my goodness, I'm one hit off. Okay. Alright, let's go do this. Let's go take Relana out. Whoops. Oh, I really tried. Oh, whoops. Where'd you go? Come here. I'm trying to muleta her. She's making it hard, though. See you later, Bloodhound Knight. Alright, very cool. Okay, so let's go. Let's make our Law of Regression wieldable. 37 int, 37 unfortunate int. Okay, so this is the puzzle right here. Regression alone reveals secrets. Law of Regression swaps Radagon to America. All right, that's the whole thing right there. And then this is the new part. Radagon is America. That's not new. The new part, you guys can see we can't teleport right now because invaded by the noble broken mask. New invader. And you can see he's doing some things. You can see he's doing some things. You know, with no FP, I may actually want to go Great Katana. Wait, what? Oh, I don't have the FP. Believe it or not, he's doing his Ash of War. That is not an incantation that he's doing. And this Ash of War is so cool, man. Okay, so we got the Golden Order Flail. I already skipped over it. Broken gold mask, gold tattoo chest, gold tattoo arm, gold tattoo leg. This is the second, or I guess fourth armor set. Fourth of 4 armor sets added by Tarnished Edition, and the second of 2 somber weapons added by Tarnished Edition. And let's go take a peek at them. So, this armor set is much more interesting than the previous one, and that's because it has special effects. So, this piece enhances incantations and skills that harness causality. I don't know 100% all of the things that this applies to, but this is going to be like Gideon's spell, Law of Causality, where he puts the bubble on himself and you hit him 5 times and then it explodes. This is going to increase the damage of that. It's also going to increase the damage of the Golden Order Flail's weapon art as well. And then each piece of the tattoo gives faith. The chest gives 2 faith, the arm tattoo gives 1, and the leg tattoo gives 1. So you can get 4 faith out of a chest, arm, and leg piece, which is quite cool. And then we've got the Golden Order Flail here. I, of course, don't have the faith. So we will be using more of this later. But the way that this works is that you cast a bubble on yourself, and then the more that bubble gets hit, it makes the next L2 stronger. So it's like Law of Causality in that way. It's really, really cool, and I'm really excited to show it off. But we're not going to be using this quite yet, because we've still we're not quite ready to pivot into this idea quite yet. We've got a couple other options we can go for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, we've got 5 of the 7 new weapons. 1 of the 2 that we don't have is a shield, so we're not even going to pay attention to it. We've yet to use the Idas sword. So perhaps we could go for a little bit of Idas sword action. And you know, I could maybe go buy Idas knight armor just while we're at it, you know? But first things first, let's pick up our talisman pouch because it's right there available. And let's get our upgrades for our Idas sword set up and ready to go. And then, like I said, along with that, I'm also going to make my way over here to the Bellum Church and pick up the Idis Knight set. And then, I suppose, a little bit of, like, side quest, and for completionist's sake, I'll go show you guys where you can get the Heavy Knight set from if you don't start as that starting class. So this is where you get Idis Knight shield and armor. And we will take advantage of this armor set right here. Light load, 33 poise light load. That's quite nice. This is, in my opinion, the least interesting weapon that's added in Tarnished Edition, because it's not like a new weapon class available in the base game. It's just a curved greatsword. But this is where it's from. As you can see, Hefty Scimitar right here in Mistwood Merchant. Ready to pick up. And then Steel Armor set, which is, I feel like a little bit compelling, but at the same time it's an armor set, so like, who really cares? I mean, it's a nice armor set. It's a nice early game armor set, so it's kind of cool. It's definitely kind of cool. That's going to be down here at the Weeping Merchant when we get on over to it. Okay, here we are at the Weeping Merchant. And as you can see here, he now sells the Steel Armor set, the Heavy Knight's starting class armor set. And with that, we have seen the location of all 4 new Elden Ring Tarnished Edition armor sets. So that's very nice. That's very cool. We've also seen the location of all weapons except for the backhand blades, but we'll get to the backhand blades a little bit later. Okay, now that we've had a little bit of a chance to think about our build here, let's head on over to Hugh and upgrade.
I didn't want to be doing much this layout.
Okay, and then we're going to go Ashes of War, Cragblade. Oh, and now the Cold Attunement at plus 12 is actually better. This might have been a situation of the upgrade level was too small to the point where attunements weren't making as big of a difference. Oh, and the dex also increases, or the lightning also increases dex scaling as well. Okay, you know what? Okay, that's changed my mind a little bit. I'm not sure this is actually going to be better than cold, but I do think it's an alternative, valid idea. I think going for lightning attunement with lightning slash on these like quality dex favoring weapons like great katanas, like light great swords, I think it's also totally a valid plan to go for. And then on top of that, the upside of going for something like this is that it gives me, on top of like good solid base damage, it gives me more things to do with the build. So I can go get Lightning Tear now. I can go get Lightning Scorpion Charm now. And they're going to slot in and fill a purpose, right? But first we need to respec into a proper stat setup for this. So we're going to care about dex mainly here. And I'm probably ready to get out of Radigan's Icon, so I think I'm going to go... Yeah, or Radigan's Source Seal, I mean. I think I'm going to go 30 dex, let the dex tier get us to 40, and then the rest is going to go to health. I like the look of that. Here's the Erdtree Avatar. Let's see how it's looking. Obviously, lightning isn't the most favorable damage type against Erdtree Avatars. But, I mean, it's cooking pretty hard so far. We're, of course, in the rain as well, which does help. seems pretty solid. Cool. Very nice. Look at that. Okay, so that's going to be our lightning scorpion, or not scorpion, lightning tier. That's a big find. Big boon to this build, really making the lightning idea work for us here. Let's adjust the physic. We've got dex, we've got lightning. So that's the way that we want this physic to work. We're on our way to get wing sword insignia right now, because this should also work. This should also be an idea that works well with multi-hit, and then Millicent's prosthesis is also going to be another idea. It's going to be a little bit more of a chore to get that, but we'll get it nonetheless. And then lightning scorpion charm. Ow. Okay, very cool. Alright, wing sword insignia, adding on to the build now. Alright, lightning scorpion charm. Love to see it. A 1,000 damage, that seems pretty good. I mean, it seems like this moveset's pretty solid for ramping up multi-hit, I think. How am I feeling about charge attacks? I mean, like, they're not incredible. They're okay. Like, it's a double hit, which makes me think, like, charge attack... It makes me think going for, like, a charge attack multi-hit combo could be a play. And if I'm going for that, I think cold attuned Cragblade starts feeling a little bit better, too. I think there's multiple ideas.
I'm with the needle, my destiny. It's all thanks. My name is
Alright, we'll sit down. She's gonna move, and let's keep it pushing, gentlemen. Let's keep it pushing. Okay, here's Valkyrie's prosthesis. Alright, and we're gonna give this over to Millie now. Ow. I do think there is a unique feature about all light greatswords, this one included, in that their heavy attacks and light attacks chain together. So there might be like a really optimal... Come on! Come on! Up! Oh, God. Okay. Okay, before my thought got interrupted, I feel like there might be an optimal move chain where, like, you go for, like, a charged heavy, for example, and then 2 R1s, and then, like, another charged heavy and 2 R1s. You see how you, like, this is me just, like, spitballing right here, but you see on this R1 chain where you go for this, and this fifth attack, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that fifth attack does that double hit, and it's kind of a slow animation. I feel like that's an animation that you would prefer to dodge. So I feel like there could be room to go, like, maybe 3 light attacks and then, like, a charged heavy, or, like, more realistically, probably, like, a charged heavy, and then, like, follow that up with light attacks. Right, you see you go, like, charged heavy, light, and then charged heavy. light, light, charged heavy. And you end up dodging all of the slower animations in the moveset while keeping the combo going. And then, like, the other benefit of this is that you get the big stance damage of the charged heavies, but you also get to extend your combos for longer periods of time if you end up with larger punish windows. But you also get to shorten them optionally as well if you need to, like, start dodging. But what about, like, 2 charged heavies and then... Okay, if you do 2 charged heavies, it doesn't combo into the light attack. But you can do charged heavy, light, light. Don't want to do 3 lights. Charged heavy, light, light, charged heavy. I guess, like, the tap heavies could also be a really viable way of building multi-hit. So this is 1 heavy, 2 lights. And I feel like they combo together really nicely. It's not something that needs to be thought about on any other weapon class because they don't combo on any other weapon class, but I do think it's actually... I think it's like an untapped area to maybe optimize for this weapon here. But, okay, getting back on track. We've got Millie right here. Unfortunately... we need to be taking her out. Yeah, dude, honestly, tap R2, heavy, heavy. That kind of seems like a move. That kind of seems like a move. Okay, this is the build. This is the multi-hit, lightning-attuned build that we got going on right now. I'm excited to see how this does. I really am. But the boss that we're going to be trying it out on... should probably be Fire Giant. Alright, there's our access to Smithing 18 right there. Whoop. Okay. Yep, let's go slam out Fire Giant. Let's see how the multi-hit, lightning-attuned Ida's sword build does. I mean, that's a good start. 4K? That's pretty solid. On a plus 18? Okay. R2, R1, R1. That's the combo that we said we're going for with these light greatswords. R2, R1, R1. Alright, I didn't quite get it. Lightning slash. Reapply that bolt. I mean, listen, it's not insane, but truthfully, I don't think light greatswords are the most insane weapon type anyway. I do really like that R2, R1, R1 combo though. Like, it just feels like I can get so many attacks out so quickly. And then I have the option to stop them early and roll out as well. It's like more to manage than the usual Elden Ring gameplay, but it's pretty cool. I'm not sure it makes up for the overall like subpar damage or maybe on par damage. Like it's not, these weapons aren't phenomenal, and I don't think that the moveset comboing makes them amazing, but it does help. Like, yeah, that's really quite the advantage, because you never end up at the end of like shitty combo chain where it feels like you need to spend like a solid second resetting from your final move of combo to your first move of combo. Golden Order Flail is definitely an Ash of War weapon for sure. So of course we're gonna want Warrior Jar Shard or Shard of Alexander. We're already at Godskin Duo, so I'm waiting for Shard of Alexander. So we need to kill Godskin Duo first in order to get that talisman. But that of course would be a big help. Also going to require a respec here, and then we're staring down the barrel of a primarily faith scaling, holy damage, Ash of War kind of weapon that also wants you to get hit. So it doesn't really synergize with Ritual Sword. It might be like defense stuff, because this weapon wants you to get hit. It's a little odd. Okay, I'm really trying to think about how you build this damn thing, and it's not becoming obvious to me. Somber 9, there we go. Love to see that. Let's go for our respec now. Okay, 16 dex. We're also going to want a lot of health. Let's see if I can get like 40. No, dude. I mean, my character level's pretty low. Because it wants me to tank so much, I think I need to put a priority on getting 40 Vig first. And then obviously, of course, the starting class that we chose is unideal for this weapon, because I have a lot of wasted levels in both endurance and strength right here. But you know, that just comes with the territory, right? Yeah, this is how I'm gonna go for it, but we're gonna need more faith for sure. Gonna want to see more faith. We're gonna want faith tier. We're gonna want holy tier. We're gonna want sacred scorpion charm. Holy shit, I don't even have the 26 faith yet. I can sit pretty safely and level it. Okay, and this will be my first opportunity to show you guys what this weapon actually does. We're definitely going to want this helmet, because it buffs the Ash of War. So, the first time you press L2, you apply this bubble to yourself. And this bubble works like law of causality, where you want to get hit when you have this bubble on. When you get hit, it upgrades this follow-up attack here from this is the no hit follow-up attack to eventually this super big AoE explosion. That looks really quite cool. So, faith tier, important part of the plan. And then let's head our way over to Sacred Scorpion Charm. And let's see if I can use a little bit of this Ash of War to show it off. In that same sort of vein, I do think the strat is probably to get the tankiest set of armor that we can while still being medium load, which looks like this setup. Where we're over 51 poise. And that's going to make getting hit to upgrade our Ash of War feel less bad. So that's nice, obviously. Okay, I didn't adjust the physics, so that is what it is. But we're just immediately going to slap this bubble on ourselves. And then we're just going to have normal fight with her. And we'll see if we can get hit a few times. So the bubble burst and got a little bit bigger, as you can see. And so that means it's level 2, and then it burst again, which means this is level 3. The third and final level. Which means that's what our follow-up attack looks like. Now let me see if I can show off level 2. Okay, so this is level 2. This is the level 2 attack. You can see it's that forward line, but the AoE's bigger. And level 3, it goes all around you. Okay. All right. So the gameplay with this is apply the bubble, fight normally until you upgrade your follow-up attack, and then go for your follow-up attack. That's kind of the strat. So Sacred Scorpion Charm, eventually Alexander makes sense, but then beyond that, I guess Ritual Sword and multi-hit stuff still makes sense because we'll just be like regularly attacking for a good portion of time as well. I could also see going like full tank build and just spamming the Ash of War. And like not even attempting to dodge things, and in fact like seeking out getting hit. But we're gonna go 1 blue. In fact, maybe we'll go 2 blues. And then we're gonna go Physic, Holy, Faith. Alright. And let's see how this goes. I'm excited about this. I'm excited to see how this performs here. Ow. I didn't even get my Causality's Wrath buff from that. Ow. So it's still, like, kind of normal gameplay. Alright, there's my level 3. But when I get hit by Skinny because it's really hard to dodge him, I get the benefit of having this big-ass AoE come out at the end of it. Ow. Which, granted, that didn't do, like, crazy damage. But it was still nice. And maybe just level 2 is kind of a strat as well. 897. I did like 1200 on level 3. And then, hold on, lock it. I believe, hold on, lock in again. The follow-up attack doesn't actually require any FP. So I think I'm going to be able to go for it, even though I have no FP right now. Let's see. Yeah, totally. Look at that. Beautiful. The only part that takes FP is applying the bubble in the first place. Very cool. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's upgraded. It's level 2. Go there. Alright. Beautiful. Hold on, big man. Let me go here. Alright, let me go here. Apply my bubble. Yeah, then I stand in black flame and get the big turbo explosion right there, man. Okay. Dude, this weapon's cool. This weapon's really quite cool. It's not doing insane damage by any means, but it is doing pretty good damage, and I believe part of the reason why it might not be doing insane damage is because, one, I don't have it max level, and two, I'm kind of at like relatively low character level right now. We're gonna stick on this weapon, and we're gonna go for Alexander's quest right now. That'll also help out the damage too. And then I think we're gonna be targeting Nile next. I wonder if you could like self-proc this with like Night Maiden's Mist. If I go here, and then I put Night Maiden's Mist down on myself, holy shit, it does work. Wait, that's really cool. Okay, so you can put the bubble down, Night Maiden's Mist. Wow. Okay. It does kind of look like trolling because you just give up your own health for that, but that's cool. That's really quite cool.
You are ready? Then let us begin.
Alright, I upgraded it. Nice try. Oh. Oh, look at him go. Alright. Let's replace Ritual Sword, because it just has anti-synergy. Let's be honest with ourselves. Okay. That's pretty important part to this build and the Muleta build as well. Very happy to have it. Alright, let's drink up. I should have popped my bubble before entering, but we're all good to just go here. And then I might just... You know what? That worked out great. He, upgraded my, attack anyway. Alright, let's get the bubble back on. It's a very, like, weird balance to play with this weapon. Because, like, obviously you're motivated to get hit. But, like, I don't feel like that means you intentionally get hit. Please run. Holy shit! Yeah, cause like, you see how much damage I eat right there? Granted, I didn't even get the benefit of the bubble increase, because I popped my bubble before I got hit. Oh my goodness! Oh, I deserve to die right there. But it's also like a nice ranged option, like... That's a brand new punish. Well, I won't say brand new, but that's that range that I get from the Ash. It uniquely lets me attack him right there. It's a weird little Ash, man. I'm playing around with it and trying to figure out how I would like want to min-max for it, and The answer may just be using it for utility. You know, slap the bubble on, fight the boss normally, but have a little bit of extra utility in your back pocket with some pretty potent range damage every time the opportunity comes up. And it also makes it feel like it doesn't super suck every time you end up getting hit, because you're getting benefit out of getting hit. You know, this weapon does seem a little bit more like a PvP weapon. It seems like it might be a little bit of a PvP menace and a little bit less of a PvE menace. But Lord knows I'm going to try to figure out how to use this thing in PvE to the best of my ability. Alright. That is Haligtree Medallion. Let's get headed on over to Consecrated. And then this is also going to give us access to Moog and Melania, which are two of the Remembrance bosses that I really do want to be taken out on this playthrough. Let's go here. Let's go get our multi-hit tier. And then I think we're going to target Moog. And I've got a little bit of a plan for Moog here. Alright, slap on Causality's Wrath. Oh, that hurt. Alright, let's go for our heal. Alright, let's go for our use. Let's slap the bubble back on. Uh-oh. No. I deserve it. Brother, this weapon and this bubble are making me want to... They're making me play so greedy. Because I'm like, oh, it's fine if I get hit. But, like, truthfully, the damage is not that cracked. I just gotta be honest. Like, the damage is not incredible. Like, of course, I wouldn't expect regular-ass flail moveset to be very good. But Ash of War that requires you to get hit, I honestly would have expected a little bit more. Because he's going to be staggered, which gives us a damage buff. And it's a level 2 doing 1400. That just doesn't feel great, man. Like, it's going to have really niche specific use cases for, like, at-range punishes. But I don't feel like it actually has enough actual damage to rationalize building for it. But that's neither here nor there. It's neither here nor there, gentlemen, because we're going to be pivoting here to the 7th and final weapon that Tarnished Edition added that I have yet to show off, right here from the Twin Maidens, the reverse-bladed sword. You can get a backhand blade from the very beginning of the game now, which is cool for the same reason that getting a light greatsword or a great katana from the very beginning of the game is cool. You can now use this weapon type for a whole playthrough instead of needing to get the DLC to pivot into it. And yeah, that's dope. That's super sick. It's super sick to have those options available now. Okay. And this is going to be the weapon that we're building for right here. I've got an idea of what I want to go for. Backhand blades and curved swords are in the same sort of vein. Admittedly, backhand blades are worse at doing status buildup than curved swords are, because none of them spawn with innate innate bleed. However, that's not going to stop me from trying. We are going to go for seppuku backhand blades with blood loss synergy, multi-hit synergy, all that. But I will add the caveat that this most likely is not the strat, and it probably makes more sense to go for lightning or keen attunement. Okay, we got it. Beautiful, seppuku. Just because seppuku, the blood loss attunement ends up with really bad scalings, and the presence of blood loss probably isn't going to make up for those bad scalings. But we'll give it a try. We're going for it nonetheless. We're going for it anyway. So Ash... Oh, you can't put seppuku on backhand blades? Oh, shit. That sucks. Yeah, I mean, going keen attunement and then going for blood flame blade is probably just a more sound idea. Okay, there's our iron wet blade. That'll give us our keen attunement that we're looking for. Okay, there's blood flame blade. This requires 10 arcane and 12 faith. Okay, kind of awkward stats, but we'll make it happen. So B scaling on dex or B scaling on strength. That's interesting. I don't know what the underlying numbers are there. I'm inclined to think this B, this dex B, is higher than this strength B. It definitely should be. So I'm just going to trust in my intuition and go keen. And then we're going to go blood flame blade, 12 faith, 10 arcane.
Is it thy now?
12 faith, 10 arcane. Okay, those are the requirements. We're going to want 40 health, and then the rest is going to go towards dex here. Cool. Cool. All right, and now we want to make sure to put these in our right hand and then a seal in our left. Okay, and then physic is going to go multi-hits and probably dex. Now, in addition to all that, we also are going to go for blood loss synergy items. So we need to get Lord of Bloods and White Mask here. But yeah, as you can see, I'm going to be able to cast Blood Flame Blade, and now I have a paired set of weapons, both with Blood Flame Blade on them. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. They're shredded. They're shredding, man. They're shredding a little bit. Yet again, like the Great Katana, I do think backhand blades are a little chronically underrated because previous to this patch, they were so late into the game. And truthfully, whenever you get that late into the game, it's kind of easy to think that, like, any build's pretty solid because you're used to it and you have all the build items you want for it. And it's like, do I really want to pivot out into this new thing? Most of the time, the answer you come up with is no. But now that it's getting added to the round table shop, I feel like these backhand blades are finally going to be getting the love that they deserve. Because god damn are these things NPC shredders. At least when they're not fucking dodging, man. Holy. But, like, you see the blood loss buildup that comes from it. Oh, dude, it's so good. Okay, let me explain a little bit of the mechanics behind why Blood Flame Blade is so good here. So, most of the time when you're applying blood loss, it's through either like bleed grease or innate buildup or like seppuku, something directly like on the weapon. And that blood loss buildup that you see like in the stat menu at the passive effects section at the bottom there, that blood loss is subject to motion values. What that means is that if you do something like a power stanced attack, you won't actually do the like 50 blood loss that it says it does. You'll do 50 times the motion value, which is 0.65. And so you'll end up doing like 30, 35 or whatever the math ends up working out to be. 35 blood loss instead of the 50 that it says it's going to do. But Blood Flame Blade is different. It applies like essentially its own like status effect more or less. And it's not subject to motion values. Every time you hit something with Blood Flame Blade, it gets a little debuff that builds up the same amount of blood loss over the course of 2 seconds, no matter where the hit came from. If it's a really slow charged heavy, same amount of blood loss as a power stanced quadruple hit, like we get on sprinting R2s with this weapon. Which means it's Blood Flame Blade in particular is super powerful. Here's our white mask, by the way, whenever he decides to die. There he goes. Blood Flame Blade is super powerful on weapons that attack very quickly, on power stanced weapons especially. The only problem is most of the time, it's really awkward to get Blood Flame Blade on power stanced weapons because you can only apply Blood Flame Blade to your right hand weapon. There's no way to apply it to your left hand weapon. So at best, you get Blood Flame Blade on one of your two weapons if you're power stancing. But since backhand blades are paired, you can get it on both. You can get it on both, which, like I said, little nutty. Let's see. You know, if I have anything more than a base amount of endurance, I think we one cycle this super easy. But even then, he just gets f***ing toasted, man. Just gets absolutely toasted. Oh, dude, having backhand blades in base game now, that's big. Dragon, Great Katana in base game, also big. Light Greatsword in base game, cool, but honestly not as big of a deal. Okay, let's go here, and let's make our way into the DLC. We've got some things, we've got some business we need to take care of in the DLC for sure. We've obviously got the end of base game. We've got Malenia. And we've got a few important DLC bosses that I would be remiss if we didn't take out. Hello. You know, there's almost an idea with this build, I feel like, to go for the dash attacks. Talisman from Leda. But, I don't think so. I don't think backhand blades have enough sauce to go for only sprint attacks. So I don't think it makes sense to build for them. Dude, can you f off? I don't care. Holy. And now that I'm looking at this, I believe with our current setup, because like I said, almost everything in this pack is just a dex weapon. I think I can swap back and forth pretty safely and freely with Leontiel's Greatsword. So that's cool. It's very cool. Especially now that we have Rolana's cameo, of course. Oh, and I do want to test. Just purely out of curiosity. Oh my god. That means it works with Rolana's cameo and Godfrey's, dude. Nah, man, this weapon's gonna be crazy. Rolana's cameo single-handedly took super turbo mega nerfed weapons like Sword of Night and Flame back to relevancy. That's how strong Rolana's cameo is. Anyways, here's the two-handed sword talisman. Before I head on over to Mesmer, I think we're gonna try Leontiel's Greatsword on Mesmer. Now, this should be max level. It sure is. Now, I want above 51 poise because I want to have a solid chance of continuing through with my Muleta, even if I get hit in the middle of it. Alright, endurance. Let's go like there. Should be good, right? What? Oh my goodness. Son of a bitch. Alright, fine. Let's just go fucking cosplay as Leontiel with a fat-ass chest now. Fine, man. Okay, Physic. Like I said, Physic is not the most synergistic thing for this. But I think it's probably going to be Dex and Strength, I guess. I could go for more Stam, but I don't think it's necessary. Although... Okay, I shouldn't have held it. See, that's the concern. That's the concern, is I aura farm too much and I stand there like a f***ing goober. Alright, let's get some skibbity fragments. Okay, level 9, that's alright. Oh, I tried to bust out the Muleta in time for the follow-up. Couldn't quite get there. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. No. I was wondering if I could get the attack and then go for the follow-up. And then dodge his follow-up with mine. But not quite. Yeah, dude, it's because I went for the charge right there. I lost a ton of value. Awkward. This is an awkward little guy to fight with Muleta. Ugh! 4K! Crazy. Oh, I thought I was going to get that dodge for sure. What? I want... You must not get, like, a ton of iframes. Mesmer is kind of like a combo-heavy boss, and I do think combos are the bane of this weapon's existence. Okay, didn't quite get Rolana's cameo. Didn't pop it early enough because I got pinged. Okay, not there. Excuse you. Oh my goodness. Going for the charges is so greedy. Oh my god, but it does such good stance too, man. Okay, that was not a play to dodge like that. I tell you what. Okay. Still just experimenting around with it. Oh. Damn it, man. That sucks so bad. $4,500. Crazy. And the stance buildup too? I'm Scadu 9, by the way. Like, I'm not even Scadu 12. Oh! Oh! Dude, that was cool. Okay, I tried. I tried, man. Ugh! Dude, it's so cool. No, that's not gonna work. I tried that once already. Bang! Roll in, hold it up. Iframe. Oh! Oh, dude, it's... This weapon's so sick. This weapon's so sick. Oh, dude. I think I could have gotten... If the timing was a little better, I think I could have gotten a, Oh! Dude, I can't even talk because of how much fun I'm having. I think I could have gotten a counter hit if the timing was very slightly different on that first one. Bang! Ow. Okay, let's try this. Oh, I messed it up. I got pinged? That's crazy. Just use it for the iframes like an absolute man. Okay, let's heal. Roll! You bitch. No. Dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, this weapon. Bang! Oh, dude. It's getting me so excited. I haven't been this excited to play Elden Ring in forever. I'm out here screaming while just fighting Ramana normally. Ooh! Okay, okay, that would have been slick as shit. Didn't quite hit, though. No. God damn it, dude. I thought it was the other one. I deserve it. I deserve it. We go again. We go again, because this shit's too fun, man. Bye! Oh, dude. Bang! No, dude. Okay, okay. I got the follow-up instead of the regular R2 right there. Which I haven't really been using the follow-up, but there's stuff going on with the follow-up for sure. Now, the problem that I see with the follow-up is I don't think Rolana's cameo is going to apply to it. Godfrey's definitely won't, but I don't think Rolana's will either. Okay, no, not worth it. Not a new punish window. Bang! Follow-up. Okay. Roll. Heal. Okay, don't do that, I guess. Whoop! Attack! Oh, dude, I need to do the follow-up there. Spin! Bang! Spin! Charge! Bang! Okay, okay. I'm just sitting here getting my ass beat by Ramana, having the time of my life. Time of my life, man. Bang! Dude. Dude, holy damage. Ooh! 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 Follow up. Oh. There we go. Okay. Roll. Roll. Okay. We've learned that we can't actually punish this one. Spin through. Go. Drink another blue. Okay. Oh my god, dude. It's so beautiful. Bang! Follow up. Oh, dude. Oh my god. God, that was fun. I need to cool down a little bit though. Gentlemen, I've shown you everything that there is to get in Tarnished Edition except for one singular horse skin. I should show you that. And then let's think. What do we got after this? We've got Radon, and then we've got Mainline, and then we also got Melania. Now, unfortunately, I think I didn't use this weapon in as many of the spots as I should have, because like I said, Muleta is an Ashe that wants to be fighting bosses that aren't super combo heavy. And they get more combo heavy the deeper into the game you go. But God, it's just so f***ing peak. Bang! Oh my goodness. Bang! Okay, dude. Oh, that might be the most satisfying charged animation in all of Elden Ring. Here's what we're looking at now. We're looking at this brand new chest here in Ronnie's Rise. And would you look at that? The Carrion Silver Torrent skin. Third and final Torrent skin of Tarnished Edition. And that's everything that has been added to the game. But let's keep this moving, man. Let's go take out Malekith. Let's keep this moving. Because God, am I having fun with this weapon. I feel like Malekith is actually going to be a really good use case for this Ash. Let's see if I can figure it out.
Destined death. I will not have it stolen from me.
Ow. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Haven't figured it out yet. Okay, dude. Bang! Okay. All right. The damage wasn't fully there. He is a little bit of a squirmy bastard, isn't he? Dude, it might not be the charged Ash of War. It might be... Whoops. It might be spamming the follow-up. But if that's the case, I don't know. What do I put on it? Like Spear Talisman instead of Godfrey's or something? Oh, we could do Blade of Mercy. This could be an idea too. Instead of Godfrey's. So I'm no longer incentivized to go for the charges. Trying to figure it out. Oh, dude, I tried to iframe the rocks. Probably not a strat. Oh, dude. Really? Oh, dude, I tried to get the iframe follow-up to his follow-up. I deserve it. I think I was out of blue there. I think that's why I didn't do a ton of damage. Ow. I tried to get so fancy with it. Yeah, no, I deserve that. Oh. Okay, maybe I can R1 there to dodge that. Nice. Not quite. Okay, I dodge it and I look fancy as shit while doing it, but I don't think there's any actual reason to go for it. Because I don't get a random punish. Oh! Oh, dude, if it hits. If it hits. Dude, you cannot tell me. You cannot tell me you haven't seen a cleaner final hit on Malekith. This weapon is insane aura. Insane aura, man.
What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, alas. She'll take the throne. Queen Marquesa.
Ah, dude. Okay, listen. I understand Gideon's script, not exactly the most exciting thing ever. I got too excited. But, oh!
Not even you.
I don't know. What am I even going for here, man? Strength, I guess, because my dex is already turbo juiced. I feel like this might actually be a good boss fight for this. Whoops. Okay. Whoopsie. Oh, too early. Not quite. Whoop! Whoop! Follow up. Dude, where is the stagger? Where is the stagger? Okay. That's an amazing start to Horalu. Oh, too early. That's a great punish as well, though. No. Oh, it's because I didn't have any FP. I thought I timed it right, but you probably don't get iframes when you don't have FP. Oh, dude, you can actually insta-roll out of Muleta. Not like that animation. Not when you're, like, in the attack animation. But when you're winding it up... Oh, too early. Beautiful. I think this lines me up excellently for that. Oh, 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 dude. Aura, aura, aura. Whoop. Whoop. Ooh. Oh, this is so fucking cool, man. Let's get to 60 health. Let's wrap up Radagon and Elden Beast. And then, finish it up with probably backhand blades. Because, let's be honest, this is really cool. It's not, like, game-breakingly strong. The best build here is definitely going to be that backhand blade build that we were using a little earlier. But God, this is unbelievably fun. Oh! Dude, it's so sick. Whoop! Whoop! Oh, I ran out of stam. Whoop! No! I go too early. Whoop! Whoop! Oh! Okay. Need to go blue? Whoop! Woo! God damn it, dude. Turning into a garden gnome playing with his weapon, man. Oh. No. Out of stam. Okay, one more. Heal. Blue. Oh. Dodge. Dodge. Oh! Oh my God. Bang! Dude. Oh my God. Stance damage, man. Oh. Oh, dude. Okay, no, this weapon is sick on Elden Beast, on Radabeast. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Whoop! Bang! Follow up! Bang! Whoop! Bang, man! Oh my God, dude, I'm having the time of my life with this weapon. The time of my... This is the coolest weapon I've ever seen. So, for Melania... and Radon soon to come here. Like I said, we're going for the strongest build available, not Muleta. I feel like Muleta got its time in the sun. We had a lot of fun with it. We had so much fun with it. Let's see how strong this stuff can be. We're gonna want to go Dex and multi-hit, I think. That's gonna be the strat here. And then for our tallies, we're gonna like the look of multi-hit, Lord of Bloods, Ritual Sword. And then this gets swapped to White Mask. And then drink. Blood Flame Blade. Let's make this happen. Crazy start. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's getting fried, man. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's good. Wow. Wow, man. Wow, that's f***ing good. All right. Let's go take out Radon now.
My brother.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
All right, well, that's a bad start. All right, let's recast this. Important to note, nice bleed. Important to note, I'm at 9 Scadu. All right, that's gonna hurt. So I'm not even at 12, which is gonna affect damage quite a bit, obviously. Alright, I can safely reapply. Oh, okay. I'm standing in the nuke, I guess? goes the bleed. That's a big bleed. All right. Okay, truthfully, this build is not like super popping off here. And I think a large portion of the reason is because multi-hit is not incredible on Radon. Getting your damage like fully ramped is really quite tough. But it's still pretty good. All right, man. All right. That's Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. That's all the stuff in Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. Showing off, beaten with only that stuff. We got the Ida sword, Leontiel's great sword, hefty scimitar, reverse bladed sword, reed great katana, and golden order flail, and then silver grooved shield, but this doesn't really count as a shield. Wow, dude. The 2 new somber weapons, both very cool. Golden order flail is not the strongest, but Leontiel's is pretty strong, and more importantly, a ton of fun. And then base game great katana and backhand blades go crazy, man. Go absolutely crazy. The torrent skins. Hold on. Let me jump on the final torrent skin. Here she is. The Carrion Torrent. Very nice, man. Dude. This has been the most fun Elden Ring playthrough that I've had in maybe ever, honestly. I might say maybe ever. But if not ever, then years at the least. Because Leontiel's is such a fucking sick weapon, man. Such a sick weapon. But gentlemen, that is all that I got for this playthrough. That's all that I got. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to be doing all weapons runs for all 7 of the newly added weapons over on 2 Bushy, and I'm very, very excited about that. All right, boys. Time to queue out.